We had called two representatives of the Samajwadi Party on the program tonight, and one of them has decided to pull out of the Newshour 1.5 minutes back. The gentleman concerned refused to take Times Now's calls after confirming that he would make an appearance on the Newshour, and then said, "I've got a meeting and I cannot make it." This was 2 minutes back. But I'm glad I have another representative of the Samajwadi Party. His name is Naved Siddique, my first guest tonight. He's a chairman, state minister, and he's joining us. He's a minister level politician in the UP government. Naved Siddique ji, bahut bahut dhanyawad. Ravidas Mehrotra of the Samajwadi Party is also going to join us in some time. Meenakshi Lekhi of the BJP, Sudhindra Bhadoria in Delhi is of the BSP, and he's sitting there with TSR Subramaniam, former cabinet secretary. Vinod Mehta, editorial chairman of the Outlook Group, believes that this is an inflection point in our country. I am glad that I have Congress representation tonight with Dr. Rita Bahuguna Joshi agreeing to join our panel. Anupam Kher is a concerned citizen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big subject. We have a lot of time. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, why has the Prime Minister of India decided to do nothing for Durga Shakti?
Well, as far as I know, and I've heard that the DOPT minister has already asked for a report from the state government. There's a procedure, and obviously the UP government acted in a haste. The central government would not want to act in a haste, as I presume.
What is the haste?
He's asked for a report and he must be awaiting it.
What is the haste?
And once the report goes there, then central government will take its own view on it.
No, you're buying time. It's quite obvious to everybody that because there's a parliament session coming up, you're too scared to act against Mulayam Singh Yadav. Why aren't you honest about it? No, if you're honest about it, it's okay.
When the Chief Minister acts in a haste, when the CM acts in a haste, then everybody is saying it was a hasty action. Now there's a system. The central government is
what
system?
For a report. What
Let
system?
The report go and then you can
what
judge.
System? You'll intervene after your Samajwadi Party brands are communal. After there's a flare up of communal situation in that area.
The Congress Party stands very well in condemning what has happened.
Those condemnations mean nothing. You're buying time.
About how in the month of Ramzan, if supposing something happened in a Muslim village, that is also...
What do you mean if supposing something happened in a Muslim village when there was nothing happening? Why are you party to a communalization of the situation? I have a DM's report.
Please, let me speak. Let us keep these two issues separate.
No.
The perception that the country holds, and we also hold, is that this honest officer is being penalized for taking
so if an honest officer is being penalized, what does it have to do? No, if an honest officer is penalized, what does it have to do with the action against her? You see, point number one, if an honest officer is being penalized by your ally. And the point number two here is, point number two, I have proof. I have proof that your ally is lying. I have proof that your ally is lying. I have a letter of the district magistrate. 1 minute. I have a letter of the district magistrate.
They have reported, but they're not allies.
Have you seen the letter of the district magistrate?
Certain parts
have you seen the letter of the district magistrate? The district magistrate report, which I am going to read out, which I have a copy of, says this, and I'd like to invite the attention of all our panelists. The district magistrate says that villagers who had built this wall trying to construct a mosque on public land were informed of the Supreme Court order and the subsequent government order prohibiting construction on public land. Villagers said they were not aware of these orders. Since they were informed, now they are willing to remove the construction on their own. The village has 70% Muslim population. Situation is totally normal there. So the situation is normal. It is your ally who's trying to create a communal situation. Why is the Prime Minister of India, who 1 minute, Ministry of Personnel is under him, why is the Prime Minister of India silent? Why is the Prime Minister of India doing nothing? In the 2G case, the Prime Minister of India was candid enough to tell us that I did nothing because there were coalition compulsions. He talked about the compulsions of coalition government. Why doesn't the Prime Minister of India come and say it's also part of the compulsions of coalition government that I have to be a mute spectator? That I have to be a mute spectator to the intimidation and threats being used against an honest officer. Why doesn't the Prime Minister say that then?
Mr. Arnab Goswami, do you expect the Prime Minister to come on TV and to make public statements on every issue?
This is not every issue.
This is an administrative issue. The DOPT department is in charge of this issue. They are possessed with it. They've asked for an inquiry of a report from the UP government.
The Prime Minister is in charge of the Ministry of Personnel Training and Public Grievances. The Prime Minister has the power. The Prime Minister has the power.
The Congress party.
The Prime Minister has the power to revoke the suspension.
But you can't expect the Prime Minister to act without a report from the UP government. How can you expect the Prime Minister to act?
And what kind of a report do you expect to get from the UP government? It's already given itself a clean sheet in the case.
Sorry?
The UP government has given itself a clean sheet in the case.
Well, you see, what is worrying us is that there is a direct confrontation between the IS officers, the bureaucracy, and the rulers in UP. Now, if the executive and if the people in government, the ministry, if they confront each other...
There is no confrontation. No, I think you are generalizing it. There is no confrontation. There is only one confrontation, Rita Bahuguna Joshi.
It is very unfortunate.
Ms. Joshi?
It is absolutely unfortunate that the DM was not asked for a report.
Ms. Joshi,
the SSP was not
I am now getting reactions. We are opening up this debate. We've heard your initial comments. You asked the people of India. There is only one confrontation between the corrupt and the honest, between the mafia and the honest officers. That is the only confrontation. And the people of India are asking you, because you run the government, which side are you on? That's the question tonight, Rita Bahuguna Joshi. Meenakshi Lekhi's first response on the Newshour Debate tonight. Meenakshi Lekhi to Rita Bahuguna Joshi.
See,
the Congress party clearly
the response is very simple, that this is a case of ill governance. This is a case where UP government is using the communal veil to cover the ill deeds of corrupt. And if we see the sequence of events, number one, even if I am assuming everything against that, the only explanation which has come against Durga Shakti is that the communal atmosphere was getting destroyed or was being hurt. Now, even if that is true, who will you pick up? You will pick up those who are engaging in such activities and are likely to cause any such activity. So preventive detention should have been made of people who are likely to cause communal tension, not of the officers who are going to stop such tension while doing their duty and following the mandate of law. That is number one, even if I'm assuming everything against. Now the fact is that all this has happened because of the dredging which was going on, and they were trying to stop it. The admission has come in the form of the gentleman who has that minister from UP who says 41 minutes and I got this done. So there must have been he and several such people. Then Shivpal Yadav has made a statement, Azam Khan has made a statement. So they are basically doing two things. One is that they are demoralizing the bureaucracy by telling them, fall in line, do as you are told and as you are ordered. And the second message is that in case you do anything other than that, we will communalize and we will penalize you. And the communalization of the entire politics is writ large, that the issue of mosque, everything else is blown out of proportion, and no such thing was really going on.
There was nothing going on. That is no, there was
transfer the officer.
There was nothing going on. There was nothing going on. This is clearly an action to protect the sand mining mafia. My question to the Samajwadi Party representative.
Absolutely.
My question to the Samajwadi Party representative. Naved Siddique ji, I hope you can hear me. मेरी आवाज शायद आपको आ रही है.
Yes, Arnab.
Mr. Siddique, tell me, on the 17th of January, there was communal violence in Lucknow. One man was shot dead and 15 were injured. Did you suspend the DM?
Just tell me one thing, Arnab. Why don't we discuss about the communal violence, not only in UP, the greatest communal
No, one second. Did you suspend 1 minute? 1 minute. First of all, there is no communal violence in that area.
No, I'm not talking about UP. First come to this. Let's
get the audio right.
Issue. The communal violence was in Gujarat, in Maharashtra in 1992. And the people of Gujarat who are involved in this violence and who...
First of all, no, one second. I request the audio. One second. Mr. Siddique, 1 minute. 1 minute. We are going to fix your mic because your audio is not coming very clear right now. And I want to hear you. Though I completely and totally disagree with your blatant and open attempt to communalize the situation and this debate. This is not a communal debate, and Mr. Siddique, you should get your facts right. You have been caught red-handed the Uttar Pradesh government, Mr. Siddique, has been caught red-handed. And when you are caught red-handed, it is good that you confess. Mr. Siddique, you can hear me? It would be much better if you were to confess today that yes, we persecuted this young officer because she was going after the mafia. That's all. I just want an admission of that today.
There was no mining issue. There was no mining issue. There was only issue of communal violence.
Well, no, there was. First of all, Mr. Siddique, there was. I have the proof that there was.
No. You have the proof. We got the LIU report. And LIU report, before the DM's report, we got that report that there would have been a communal fire. Not only in UP.
Mr.
Fire would have to spread
Mr. Siddique, 1 minute. Mr. Siddique, you're getting worked up unnecessarily. I'm going to come back to you in a minute. That mic of yours is not functioning. That's the only reason. Not because I don't like to listen to you. I'd like to get in at this point of time. TSR Subramaniam, former cabinet secretary, on where this is going. Meenakshi, I'll come back to you when we can get a rebut. TSR Subramaniam, where do you think this is going? Is this an inflection point? Is this a watershed moment for the people of this country? Because the reactions to Durga Shakti are coming across from the whole country into the Times Now newsroom.
Arnab, I sincerely hope it is. To me, what happened to Nirbhaya in Delhi was a terrible, awful thing, but it is unfortunately happening in every district in India. Similarly, what has happened to this poor lady in Gautam Budh Nagar is something that is happening 50 times every month in every state of India, not only in UP. I think it's very important for us to recognize that much of 95% of administration is the civil services. 95%. If you include the 98%. Now, if you demoralize the civil services, they are your instruments, and hit them hard, make sure that they are not able to express themselves, and give the lesson to them, give a lesson to the district officers, and tell everybody what the government wants. This is a recipe for bad governance. So there is no transparency, no security of tenure, mafias are being allowed free run, and the message is loud and clear. If you touch the mafia, immediately you will be in trouble. And in every district there are 5 or 6 mafias.
No, why was this government elected in UP? This government was not elected to protect the mafia, was it, Mr. Siddique? Is your only responsibility to protect the mafia? If it is, then you tell us.
We were not protecting any. No, Arnab, we are not protecting any mafia.
Of course you were.
The one thing and the only thing. Not at all, my dear. I'm just telling you, no. The people have given the clear mandate. We are there at 224 seats. The people of UP.
It doesn't matter whether you got all 224 seats, Mr. Siddique. I have letters which prove that this lady was acting against the sand mining mafia on the 24th of July. I want you to tell me whether you genuinely believe it's a coincidence. Is it a coincidence that she was acting against the sand mining mafia on the 24th of July and then you took this action? Is this a coincidence?
There were people, she was taking actions like 4 or 5 months back also. But nothing happened. But this was the issue of demolition of a boundary wall.
But the district magistrate said the situation was absolutely normal.
No. We got the LIU report and
the district magistrate said, no, 1 second, let me catch your lie red-handed. You are lying, sir. Please don't lie on national television, Mr. Siddique.
No.
I have a district magistrate's letter which says the situation was absolutely normal. Mr. Bhadoria, what's your information on that? Let's get the BSP in. Mr. Bhadoria.
It was not normal.
Mr. Bhadoria, do you think the Samajwadi Party is deliberately trying to communalize the situation here? Mr. Bhadoria.
Can I come in? You see, this is a bogey of communalism when they are failing to administer and to maintain law and order. The bogey of communalism is being raised. Number 1. Number 2, Durga Shakti Nagpal has been praised by the Allahabad High Court. Let me come.
Mr. Bhadoria talking about law and order in the country.
I was listening to you. You don't allow anybody to speak. If you
are talking about law and order.
Function. You spoke. We never disturbed you. We never disturbed you. You had your point. Let me make my point.
How come you have the guts of talking about law and order in the country? Our Chief Minister has the guts
okay, so
to suspend.
That is the thing. That you are challenging the guts. That is why one of your parliament members said that the DM should be also suspended.
Not only to the IS officer. Not only to the IS officer. He sacked his minister for passing on an offensive comment to a female.
Who was working, Mr. Chauhan has been suspended. We know you, we know your high-handedness, we know your brazenness, you smack of arrogance. You are not even willing to listen to the other side.
No, what you are saying
this
is wrong.
Your
You're talking about law
your
and
arrogance,
in the state.
You will, and let me tell you, you are the one who are trying to trample democracy in Uttar Pradesh.
What happened during your regime? What happened during your regime?
We will debate that. You want to have a debate. You want to have a debate.
When a senior IS officer, listen to me. When a senior IS officer shot himself, where were you? Where was this IS officer?
Mr. Siddique, you can raise your voice.
भदौरिया साहब इस तरह किसी पे उंगली उठाना ठीक नहीं है, not good at all.
No, उंगली उठाना क्या ठीक नहीं है? आप बहस करना नहीं जानते, आप कह रहे हैं कि आप में गट्स नहीं है, आप हमको गट्स सिखाएंगे? आप कल से आ गए और हमको गट्स सिखाएंगे?
I'm saying you are telling कि there is no law and order, you are pointing my government.
आप हमारे गट्स को हमने लोकतंत्र के लिए लड़ा है, हमने लोकतंत्र के लिए लड़ा है मिस्टर सिद्दीकी, आपकी तरह नहीं आ गए हैं, 19 महीने जेल काटी है, तुम्हारी तरह नहीं आ गए हैं और तुम हमको
आप दोनों में इतना ही गट्स है, एक मिनट आप दोनों में इतना ही गट्स है तो आप गट्स दिखाइए, दुर्गा शक्ति को माफी मांगिए, दुर्गा शक्ति से माफी मांगिए और उसे मेडल दीजिए। सिद्दीकी जी सच्चाई सुनिए, लिसन टू द ट्रूथ मिस्टर सिद्दीकी, आई हैव बीन डिबेटिंग दिस yesterday, since yesterday I have been debating this. Mr. Siddique, allow me to speak. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this, Mr. Siddique. I will share. No, Mr. Bhadoria, please sit down 1 minute. 1 second. 1 second, Mr. Bhadoria and Mr. Siddique, please calm down. I want to state the facts. This is what Durga Shakti did. And I put the referendum to the people of this country. And I hope the Prime Minister is watching this tonight, because the Prime Minister should know that the lady who is not coming out to protect is a lady who has lodged 17 FIRs against the mafia, 274 dumpers, 48 tractors and 4 earth-moving machines were seized by this lady when she was around. If there is a beacon of virtue and honesty at this point of time, it is Durga Shakti. And all of us know how difficult it is to stand up against the system. So let us not give lectures to each other on who has the guts. If the political class of this country has the guts, it should have the guts to come out there and actually felicitate Durga Shakti. This guts is meaningless if the guts ends up in a hollow compromise ahead of the parliament session. 1 minute, Mr. Siddique, enough please, 1 minute. 1 minute. Vinod Mehta has been listening on to this, and Vinod Mehta called me this morning and said he feels that this particular incident is an inflection point. Let's hear him. Vinod Mehta, why do you think this is an inflection point? A moment of change. Why do you think Durga Shakti's story is so important, Mr. Mehta?
Because I think, Arnab, we are quite used to outrages in this country. They happen almost every day. But this is the mother of all outrages. And what this has done is the fact that the country, it has shown between the rulers and the ruled, the widening gap. I mean,
I'm losing the audio line. 1 minute.
In the country.
Yeah, go ahead.
And though people are silent, they are watching this. Now, I expected nothing better from the Samajwadi Party. I mean, I think they are beyond the ken. And Arnab, I have appeared on your program when Mr. Akhilesh Yadav became Chief Minister, and we all expressed great hope that he was going to do something. Well, I think he is a pathetic Chief Minister.
Pathetic is the word.
I am not talking so much about him. I am talking about the Congress Party.
Yeah.
I am saying, why isn't the Congress Party and the government at least making a statement in support of this lady? I mean, why are you silent when this outrage
Answer
is
that, Rita Bahuguna Joshi.
When this whole thing about communal violence is a lie, it was a lie from day one, Arnab. It was
absolutely it was, sir. We know.
The story broke that this was not about communal violence. It was about sand mafia and it was about illegal money.
No, you see,
but my great regret is that I have not heard a word from the Congress party spokesman from the Prime Minister's office. Rita Bahuguna says that the Prime Minister can't appear on television. I understand that. But at least a statement can come out from the...
Well, absolutely. Rita Bahuguna Joshi's turn to respond. Anupam Kher, I'm coming to you in a minute.
Can I respond to this?
Yeah, but before you respond, I want to remind you of one thing, Rita Bahuguna Joshi. I want to remind you of one thing. Can I remind you of one thing, Rita Bahuguna Joshi? I want to remind you that when Mayawati suspended 2 IAS officers reportedly for praising, and you know you will not like what I'm going to say, because reportedly they praised Rahul Gandhi in Amethi in 2008, you had immediately jumped in and said revoke the suspensions of these officers. So if you fight for officers who praise Rahul Gandhi, Ms. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, why the prevarication in this case? In this case, your government says it is a decision to be taken by the state government. Did you ask the state government before you jumped to the defense of IAS officers who are praising Rahul Gandhi? Come on, Ms. Joshi. Why?
Can I respond, please?
Yes,
Can
please.
I respond?
Yes, please.
You see, as far as the Congress party is concerned, right from the chairman of the communication media cell, right from Mr. Tiwari, who is a minister communications, and all the spokespersons have clearly said that this is apparently and very clearly is a case of vindictiveness, because this lady was very upright. This officer should be patted on the back for...
Then why is the Prime Minister doing nothing?
She is brilliant, she is good, and we have all said that it seems that they've taken shelter of this incident and they have penalized her because she took on the sand mafia.
But we will do nothing.
We really appreciate her.
But we will do nothing.
But as far as the government is, and we have already clearly said that the government of UP is standing in front. See, it's an issue of governance. If the entire bureaucracy is standing up, then our objection is that how could the chief minister suspend an officer on the sake on the
complaint? But if you know everything, why will you do nothing? No, 1 second. If you know all this, why will you do nothing?
Say that there is 1 second. We have said, and we clearly asked this question to Mr. Naved Siddique, that who will tell the government whether the position there is volatile, whether there is a fear of any unrest, because it's the DM, it's the SP, it's the commissioner, and all of their reports are very sound.
Why is the Prime Minister not...
Why is the Prime Minister not doing anything?
It's a very simple thing. The Prime Minister can make a statement and say that the government supports this lady. You don't have to withdraw support. You don't have to fight with the SP. Just show your solidarity with this woman. This lady who is an exemplar of public rectitude, this lady who has behaved with such dignity, such poise, such political correctness, and what a wonderful name she has also got. Why can't you make a simple 2-line statement that we support this lady?
Well,
the Prime Minister make the statement.
I'll tell you, there are mixed signals, Miss Joshi. 1 second, I'm going to Miss Joshi. Ms. Joshi, let me go to Anupam Kher.
In support of her.
No, I'll tell you. No, Ms. Joshi, there are mixed signals. Your center is not talking in a straight voice. Manish Tiwari says it is a decision taken by the state government and commenting on it further would not be correct. Sushil Kumar Shinde says government officers. Sushil Kumar Shinde says government officers must work within the ambit of the law. Certainly, the bureaucracy must have freedom, but the bureaucracy must work under the ambit of the law. I believe in that. So the bureaucracy must work under the ambit of the law. But our allies can join the mafia. But our allies can join the mafia.
Not at all.
Our allies can support the mafia. Our allies can be partners of the mafia. We will do nothing against them.
Words clearly indicated and said she had taken on the sand mafia, and we congratulate.
No, but if you know she doesn't want your congratulations or your sympathy.
Suspension is concerned, as far as administrative decisions are concerned, the Congress party cannot come forward.
When will that happen? After the general elections? After the general elections, when this lady has been persecuted for a long time, when the UP government has taught her a lesson, when she has been isolated, when she's been psychologically harassed, when she's been traumatized, you will act after that?
You also understand. if the Akhilesh Yadav government has jumped its jurisdiction in not waiting for a report from the
Anupam Kher.
for the commissioner, from the SP to take before taking a decision,
I will,
you want the central government also to do the same?
Anupam Kher.
Until there is a report from the state government, how do they act?
Anupam Kher, I'm sorry to come to you last. You've listened to all sides. Where do you stand, Anupam Kher? What do you think Durga Shakti's fight is now turning to?
Arnab, from the beginning of the show, you've been asking why isn't the Prime Minister commenting on it. But I think he said long time back the compulsions of coalition government. So he's answered your questions long time back. It's very simple. No politician will criticize another politician knowing in his heart of heart that what has happened is absolutely wrong. We heard Mr. Narendra Bhati yesterday clearly saying that in 41 minutes time he got Durga Shakti Nagpal transferred. What is more evidence required over here? Everybody on the channel, I totally agree with Mr. Vinod Mehta that it's a blatant misuse of power by politicians for an honest civil servant. And I'm glad that the national television and I'm glad that there is a debate happening, but I hope that the debate continues. I hope that everybody apologizes to her for doing complete misdeed to her. You see, otherwise nobody will want to do anything honest in this country. Nobody will want to, because politicians are teaching honest people not to be honest. And that is the tragedy of this country. That is we victimize those people, and at some stage, thank God, as he said earlier, that there are a lot of people, I'm sure, being victimized on this. This is a case which came in front, so we could do that. That letters have come from the DM. There are letters over there. So what else do we want? But every politician always does his homework based on which political party he represents or she represents.
No, the most shocking part, the
point is, this is a complete impotency on the part of system, complete impotency. Why isn't the IS organization, I don't know if there is an organization, coming together, and if they stop working for one day, why aren't they stopping working for one day, say that, in support of her? Then let's not work, the whole government machinery will collapse. Everything that happens in this country, which the politicians claim to be doing themselves, happens with the help of civil servants, with the help of bureaucracy. So bureaucracy needs to come in at this time and sort of say that, okay, we suspend work for one day because there is a absolute honest officer being victimized in the name of communalism, in the name of you know Mr. Narendra Bhati, what he spoke yesterday, and he was addressing a gathering. It was not a
what is terrible, what is terrible, Mr. Kher, what is terrible, Mr. Kher, is that what has come out is that there is so much desperation in these political parties like the Samajwadi Party, Mr. Siddique. You are so desperate to communalize the situation somehow. Your letter, your Rajendra Chaudhary is your spokesman, right? No, 1 minute. Rajendra Chaudhary is your party spokesman? Yes. He's drawing a comparison. Right. He's talking about Babri Masjid and this in the same breath. And then he's saying things such as मस्जिद की दीवार तोड़ के सांप्रदायिकता को हवा देने वालों के साथ सरकार सख्ती से पेश आएगी and all that. Why is he manufacturing lies? वो झूठ क्यों बोल रहे हैं? सांप्रदायिकता को बढ़ावा वो शायद देना चाहते हैं, वो क्यों देना चाहते हैं? इतने डेस्परेट भी हो गए समाजवादी पार्टी, क्या आज इतनी डेस्परेट हो गई है? इतनी डेस्परेट हो गई है कि किसी तरह से लोगों को पोलराइज करने की कोशिश होगी? या फिर इसलिए कि आपके झूठ को पकड़ा गया, यू आर कॉट रेड हैंडेड, इसलिए आपको किसी तरह का एक एक्सक्यूज चाहिए, आपको बहाना चाहिए, इसलिए आप सांप्रदायिकता का बहाने को सामने ला रहे हैं.
No. I am here in front of you. I am saying that there was, the only thing is that there was a communal tension which...
No, communal tension, there was no communal tension. No, there was no communal tension. No, there was no communal tension.
We got the LIU report.
No, there was no communal. How do you know there was communal tension? How do you know? The district magistrate says there was no communal tension. How do you know better?
So,
how do you know? No, how do you know there was communal tension? Prove to me. No, don't make irresponsible comments. Where was there communal tension?
Can I ask a question?
Okay, Anupam Kher is asking a question. TSR Subramaniam coming to you. Meenakshi Lekhi after that. Anupam Kher.
So,
one second. I lost the line. One second.
It can be a silly question.
Mr. Siddique, are you back?
No.
Okay, yes, Mr. Siddique. Anupam Kher आपको सवाल पूछ रहे हैं. Go ahead. फिर से लाइन गई, बट आपको शायद आवाज जा रही है. गो अहेड मिस्टर खेर.
चलिए मान लेते हैं आपकी बात को एक सेकंड के लिए मान लेते हैं कि कम्युनल टेंशन हो सकती थी. व्हाट डिड यू अचीव बाय sacking her or by dismissing her?
There was no communal tension, Mr. Kher. No, Mr. Kher, there was no communal tension.
No, I'm just saying, that you read out. I'm just saying that. Suppose for a second, suppose he is saying that.
No, but why should we suppose that, Mr. Kher? Why should we suppose that, Mr. Kher, there was no communal tension?
Because he is not, Arnab, because he is not agreeing with you.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't agree. He doesn't know. No, I am not one of those journalists who believe that just because the politician says it, he's right. The politician can be wrong. He's 100% wrong. He's 200% wrong, Mr. Siddique.
Like Kher Saab, you said.
I would like to.
Kher Saab, you said.
I would like to
बिल्कुल गलत नहीं. एक मिनट सिद्दीकी जी कहिए.
Question to Naved ji.
नहीं 1 second. Now एक मिनट. I'll come to you, Rita Bahuguna Joshi. पहले सिद्दीकी जी आप कहिए.
अर्नब,
जवाब दीजिए. सिद्दीकी जी जवाब दीजिए अनुपम खेर को.
जी.
आप जवाब दीजिए अनुपम खेर को.
नहीं बिल्कुल. मैं यहाँ जवाब देने के लिए आया हूँ साहब. मैं इसीलिए आया हूँ यहाँ पे, और मैं आपसे बता रहा हूँ कि लाइक दिस इज द थिंग कि यहाँ पे ये चीज जो हुई उनको रिपोर्ट करना चाहिए टू द सीनियर ऑफिसर्स, और यहाँ इमीडिएटली, क्योंकि अगर कंट्रोवर्शियल इशू था.
नहीं, जहाँ कॉम्युनल टेंशन नहीं हुई आप क्यों आपने एक मिनट मीनाक्षी लेखी
बयान को क्या कहते हैं वो?
नहीं जहाँ
व्हाट डज ही हैव टू से अबाउट नरेंद्र भाटीज स्पीच देन?
ओके खेर साहब,
इफ दैट इज द केस, व्हाट डज ही वांट टू से अबाउट नरेंद्र भाटीज स्पीच?
आई एम टेलिंग यू, नरेंद्र भाटी इज, क्या कहा मैंने भी सुना स्पीच. ही इज सेइंग के I got her suspended in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
He's saying because she just brought down the boundary wall of that.
She didn't bring it down. The villagers were bringing it down. 1 minute. You again फिर झूठ बोल रहे हैं आप फिर गलत बात बोल रहे हैं. आप फिर गलत बात बोल रहे हैं. She did not. 1 minute. यानी कि नहीं, आप क्या चाहते हैं? आप क्या चाहते हैं कि समाजवादी पार्टी के वहां पे जो लोकल राजनेता है उनको हैंड ओवर किया जाए? स्टेट गवर्नमेंट शुड बी हैंडेड ओवर टू देम कि देखिए ऐसा है, आजकल हम लोग जितने IAS ऑफिसर्स हैं, जितनी ब्यूरोक्रेसी, हम लीव पे चले जाएंगे और समाजवादी पार्टी के जो लोकल लीडर्स हैं, पहलवान है, वो चलाएंगे उत्तर प्रदेश को. यू वांट उत्तर प्रदेश टू रन लाइक दैट?
नो it's not only with the IAS. I'm talking about my government. I'm talking about
no, Mr. Siddique, आप बिल्कुल एक्सपोज हो चुके हैं. बुरा मत मानिए, मगर इसमें तो बिल्कुल एक्सपोज हो चुके हैं आप.
CM has taken the right decision.
CM आप कैसे, you can keep saying now. Meenakshi Lekhi saying, Rita Bahuguna Joshi
still on the national channel. The CM has done the right
had gone there. The ADM had gone there on the direction of the DM. The Chief Minister had said that if there is any problem in any district relating to communities, the DM will be sacked. Then what was the reason? Why, when she went on the direction of the DM was left untouched and she was suspended? Why? This is a very big question which has to be answered by this.
The High Court has vindicated.
The inquiry is
Allahabad High Court has vindicated what Durga
the DM has been found guilty. He also will be suspended.
No, why? You what minute, Mr. Siddique? Mr. Siddique, 1 minute. Meenakshi, before I come to you, I want to say one thing. Mr. Siddique, don't insult every single Indian by behaving in a manner which is deplorable. Who are you to say? Who are you to say if the DM has said that there was no tension, he will also be suspended? You want the district magistrate to... No, 1 minute. You want the district magistrate to file a false report? You want the district magistrate to lie? You want the district magistrate to say that there was tension where there is no tension? You want the district magistrate to manufacture reports because you want to polarize the situation before the election? No, ये क्या हो रहा है? ये मजाक हो रहा है लोगों के साथ. ये मजाक हो रहा है सिद्दीकी जी लोगों के साथ. आप मजाक कर रहे हैं लोगों के साथ. आप ब्यूरोक्रेसी को इंटिमिडेट कर रहे हैं. आप क्या चाहते हैं कि ब्यूरोक्रेसी झूठ बोले?
No, ऐसा नहीं है. The CM has very good relations with the bureaucracy.
Forget the relations. I don't care about the Chief Minister's relations with the bureaucracy, Mr. Siddique. The fact is the district magistrate has filed a false, honest report. You want him to file a false report and you are intimidating him. आप डराने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि आप ऐसा रिपोर्ट फाइल करेंगे, आपको भी निकाल देंगे. यानी कि कोई भी सच बोले आपके स्टेट पे तो आप निकाल देंगे.
जो इंक्वायरी हो रही है, लाइक इंक्वायरी इज गोइंग ऑन. अभी इंक्वायरी अगर होती है,
आप क्या कह रहे हैं? आपके चीफ मिनिस्टर क्या कर रहे हैं? ये क्या हो रहा है आपके स्टेट पे? सारा देश आपसे पूछ रहा है, मजाक बना के रखा है आपने उत्तर प्रदेश को। आई एम नाउ वांट टू गो अक्रॉस टू मीनाक्षी लेखी।
अर्नब एक मिनट, सारा देश अगर चीफ मिनिस्टर से नाराज होता तो चीफ मिनिस्टर आज यूपी से निकल के आज ही इज गोइंग टू हैव।
आप बात सुन लीजिए, आप बात सुन लीजिए सिद्दीकी जी, आप धमकी दे रहे हैं ब्यूरोक्रेसी को, आप धमकी दे रहे हैं ब्यूरोक्रेसी को, आप धमकी दे रहे हैं ब्यूरोक्रेसी को।
You said the chief minister is a pathetic chief minister. No, the crowd is following him. The youths are following him.
No, this is not an advertising campaign for your chief minister.
I know. But this is
Meenakshi Lekhi, I am simply telling you, sir, please understand. Simple question. There is no communal situation. You want the district magistrate to say there is a communal situation because you will benefit from it?
No.
Is this why you were elected?
We just want to say, just tell the right thing. What was there? What was
नहीं, आप देखिए,
just tell that.
मीनाक्षी लेखी सवाल पूछ रहे हैं आपसे। मीनाक्षी लेखी, go ahead.
Simple question, Mr. Siddique. आप मेरे को जो है दो चीजें बताइए। अभी मेरठ के अंदर राइट हुए, एक महिला और 4 साल के बच्चा मारा गया, वहां पे आपने एसपी को, एसीपी को, किसी को सस्पेंड किया, एएसपी को सस्पेंड किया। शिया सुन्नी राइट हुए 21 रमजान के बीच में।
सुन लीजिए सवाल को।
गरीब लोग मारे गए और गरीबों की दुकानें जली। आपने किस डीएम, किस एसडीएम को सस्पेंड किया और किस पुलिस वाले को सस्पेंड किया? यहाँ इन एंटिसिपेशन कोई राइट ना हो जाए आप सस्पेंड करते हैं।
सुन लीजिए सिद्दीकी जी,
मिसकॉन्डक्ट लीगली डिफाइंड टर्म है, लीगली डिफाइंड टर्म है कि मिसकॉन्डक्ट क्या होता है, वो लिखा हुआ है किताबों में कानून के मुताबिक। तो कॉन्डक्ट या मिसकॉन्डक्ट किसी की विम्स और फैंसी या किसी चीफ मिनिस्टर तय नहीं करता। अगर आपको तकलीफ थी आप ट्रांसफर कर देते, आप उसको सस्पेंड करके खास तौर पे 2 मैसेज दे रहे हैं। एक, आप उसको बुर्का पहनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो आपकी गलतियां हैं, और दूसरा आप उस पर कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं जो इंटिमिडेशन है, जिस तरीके से धमकाना चाह रहे हैं आप आईएएस और बाकी तमाम सिविल सर्विसेज को।
और मैं ये कह दूं आपको सिद्दीकी जी कि आप देश के सर्वोच्च जो न्यायालय है सुप्रीम कोर्ट को, आप उसको इंसल्ट कर रहे हैं क्योंकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऑर्डर्स को फॉलो कर रही थी वो आईएएस ऑफिसर। नहीं, आप सुन लीजिए मेरी बात। फैजाबाद में अब एक तरह से सीधी बात हो जाए आपके साथ सिद्दीकी जी, तो मेरे 5 सवाल है आपसे, आप मेरी बात 5 सवाल सुन लीजिए। फैजाबाद को 26 अक्टूबर को कम्युनल वायलेंस हुई थी, एक रिलीजियस प्रोसेशन के बाद आपने डीएम को सस्पेंड किया। प्रतापगढ़ में 29 अक्टूबर को कम्युनल वायलेंस हुई थी, बसेस जलाई गई थी, आपने डीएम को सस्पेंड किया। गोंडा में 7 जनवरी को कर्नलगंज एरिया में काफी वायलेंस हो गई थी, 17 जनवरी को आपने कुछ एक्शन लिया एसडीएम के खिलाफ। लखनऊ में 17 जनवरी को जो मैंने आपको पूछा, एक आदमी को गोली से मारा गया, 15 लोग इंजर्ड हो गए कम्युनल वायलेंस में, आपने डीएम को रिमूव किया। अंबेडकर नगर में 4 मार्च को वायलेंस हुई थी जब वहां पे हिंदू वाहिनी लीडर के किसी को शूट किया गया था, कर्फ्यू इंपोज हुई थी, आपने एसडीएम या डीएम के साथ कुछ आपने एक्शन लिया, आपने एक्शन नहीं लिया। इससे यह प्रूव होता है कि जहां पे आपको कम्युनल वायलेंस के खिलाफ सरकारी अफसरों के खिलाफ एक्शन लेना चाहिए था, आपने नहीं लिया सिद्दीकी जी। और आप सिर्फ दुर्गा शक्ति के खिलाफ इसलिए एक्शन ले रहे हैं क्योंकि वो एक ऑनेस्ट अफसर है, आप उनसे डर गए थे। आप एक 28-29 साल के आईएएस ऑफिसर से डर गए थे, इसलिए आप सारा जो आपका स्टेट मशीनरी आप उसके खिलाफ यूज कर रहे हैं। मान लीजिए बात आज।
अर्नब जी,
प्लीज एडमिट द फैक्ट्स।
टेंशंस की आप बात कर रहे हैं, आप सुनिए, मैं आई एम आंसरिंग यू बैक। कम्युनल टेंशंस की आप बात कर रहे थे, हमारे प्रतापगढ़ में कम्युनल टेंशन बहुत जबरदस्त हो जाता। एक सीओ की जो हत्या हुई थी उसमें क्या हुआ, उसमें हमारे ही पार्टी के एक मिनिस्टर से जिनके ऊपर लोगों ने उंगली उठाई, तो उसको
आपने डीएम को सस्पेंड किया था।
दिया आप पहले बात तो सुनिए,
आपने डीएम को सस्पेंड किया था।
कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर,
डिड यू हैव हाउ मेनी डीएम्स हैव यू सस्पेंडेड?
कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर,
you have suspended only one SDM because she caught you red-handed.
उनका क्या करते हैं?
She caught you red-handed. TSR Subramaniam, I want you back in the debate. TSR Subramaniam and Sudhindra Bhadoria have been listening on patiently to this debate. It's not between you and me. No, Mr. Subramaniam, no, I know you disagree with me, but Mr. Subramaniam, what do you think? TSR Subramaniam सवाल कर रहे हैं आपको. Go ahead.
Arnab, on these points, I think one or two critical facts have been missed now. One day before she was suspended, the district mining officer who has been behind all the raids for the last 8 months was transferred prematurely from the district. There were 3 attempts on his life in the past 6 months. It cannot be a coincidence that they were both working hand in hand, SDM and the district mining officer on this. It can't be number one. Number two, I have seen a bit of administration over the past 40 years. I have not seen midnight suspensions. I have seen riots, I have seen murders, I have seen all over the state. The questions I'm asking are, the LIU report is referred to. Why is it surfacing today? I have a suspicion that about the LIU report, number one. Number two, the LIU report always goes to the DM. So if it is known to the government of India, how did it go? It goes by mail. How did it go to the DM? Number two. Number three, the first thing at 11:30 when the information comes, the first people to contact are the commissioner and the DM, where they contacted. And ऐसी क्या आफत आ गई कि रात 12 बजे आपको किसी को सस्पेंड करना है? ऐसी क्या जल रहा है क्या? Is the district town burning? What is happening?
It's not burning.
And lastly,
can I come in?
No.
After Mr. Subramaniam, you can come in. I welcome Mr. Raghunandan on the debate, please, tonight. Let's get some answers on this debate. Go ahead, Mr. Subramaniam. I'm extending this debate.
And and today one senior minister is saying bureaucrats must stay within limits. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
When the law says, Chief Secretary, I reiterated orders, in any public place, any religious building comes up without fear of any sentiments being affected in public place without approval, please demolish it. Supreme Court has reiterated this 5 times. So you should be, in fact, you will be out of limits.
But Mr. 1 second. But you see, Mr. Subramaniam, even though, I'm sorry, even the Home Minister of India, Rita Bahuguna Joshi, is saying that bureaucrats must stay within limits. What limits?
It's absurd.
What limits? The limits that are given to them by your allies?
I don't understand. Arnab,
didn't say limits, it's a prescribed administrative norm.
Only bureaucrats.
Look, this guy, you must have asked him a question to which this was the logical
answer. Against the sand mafia, against sand mafia, are you going outside your limits? What's happening here?
That's what he's trying to say. Mr. Siddique is saying you should take a permission of the Samajwadi Party before you act against the sand mafia. I wonder why. What is your interest in the sand mafia? Siddique ji, आपका क्या interest है sand mafia में? जरा उसका वर्णन करेंगे? जरा वर्णन कीजिए आज विस्तृत तौर पे कि आपका इंटरेस्ट क्या है सैंड माफिया में?
I'll do that. Definitely. We have no interest in sand mafia. Sand mafia का कोई इशू नहीं था.
नहीं, आप क्या नहीं झूठ मत बोलिए. वहाँ पे सैंड माफिया का बहुत बड़ा इशू था.
नहीं, सैंड माफिया तो वहाँ पे अगर आप पता करेंगे, then there मेरे ख्याल से 25 to 30 किलोमीटर तक वहाँ पे सैंड माफिया का कुछ है ही नहीं.
तो ये सब चिट्ठियां जो दी गई है, जो ट्रकें पकड़ी गई, वो सब क्या है?
आई एम टेलिंग यू द एरिया डिफरेंसेस कुछ ज्यादा है वहां पे सिर्फ
नहीं चिट्ठियां मेरे पास है. ये सब क्या है? नो व्हाट इज ऑल दिस? ये जो एक्शन लिया गया ये सब क्या है? ये सब क्या है?
दे दूं 1 मिनट. एक्शन जो सुब्रमण्यम जी कह रहे हैं कि आधी रात में व्हाट वाज द मिडनाइट डिसीजन.
नो आई एम आस्किंग यू. आप कह रहे हैं सैंड माफिया नहीं है. आपको कैसे पता है सैंड माफिया नहीं है?
मैं 1 मिनट.
आपको कैसे पता है सैंड माफिया नहीं है?
1 मिनट सुन लीजिए.
आप मुझे कहिए सैंड माफिया कैसे नहीं है?
कि वहां पे जो मिडनाइट.
आप पहले मेरे आंसर का सवाल जवाब आप फर्स्ट यू आंसर मी. आप कैसे कह रहे हैं सैंड माफिया नहीं है?
आई एम कमिंग ऑन दैट.
नो यू आंसर दैट. You answer that. Don't come on that. I want you to answer that first.
Midnight. No.
I want you to answer that first.
That midnight decision की बात.
I want you to answer that first. How can you say there's no sand mafia? Please. No, because you are. Why I'm asking you that? Because you are labeling a young officer. You are young officer factually incorrect. You are saying that she's making up these facts. How do you know there's no sand mafia? I have these letters.
I am not making anyone incorrect. I am saying this is a government's decision.
नहीं आप कैसे तो you are going back on your comment. यानी कि you are going back on your comment that there was no sand mafia. You are admitting there is a sand mafia.
This is a decision on the.
Are you admitting there is a sand mafia? Is there a sand mafia?
No, I am not talking about it.
Why are you not talking about it? Is there a sand mafia or no sand mafia? Talk about it.
There are no sand mafia.
Oh my God, there is no sand mafia. That's fantastic. Now there is no sand mafia. Sudhindra Bhadoria, please react to that. Now there is no sand mafia. So even the Allahabad High Court, which has come down hard on your government. Yeah.
The Allahabad High Court has very clearly stated what is the UP government doing against the sand mafia. Allahabad High Court has further stated that Durga Shakti Nagpal is an honest officer. That is the final word in this case. I think now the Samajwadi Party government in Uttar Pradesh should respect this statement which has come out from Allahabad High Court. They should restore her position.
मैं आज इस 1 मिनट मैं इस कार्यक्रम में I want to challenge this gentleman Mr. Siddique. Mr. Siddique, आपने कहा कि सैंड माइनिंग माफिया नहीं है, तो मीनाक्षी लेखी, रीटा बहुगुणा जोशी, सुधिंद्र भडोरिया और सबके परमिशन अनुपम खेर के साथ मैं आपको थोड़ा I want to educate you. I want to educate you about the facts.
Getting education and receiving something knowledge is always good.
बहुत अच्छी बात है, मुझे भी लगता है. I agree. मुझे लगता है कि जो सब सच्चाई आती है सामने, उसमें थोड़ा ज्ञान वर्धन और ज्ञान प्राप्त होना अच्छी बात है. और आपको ये ज्ञान होना चाहिए कि आपके स्टेट में माफिया ही नहीं, बहुत बड़ा माफिया चल रहा है आपके स्टेट में. इसलिए मैं इस वक्त एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, नहीं सैंड माफिया है, सैंड माफिया. आप हमारी रिपोर्ट को देखिए, उसके बाद बात करते हैं. मैं रिपोर्ट चला दूं, मैं चला दूं.
I'm talking about the sand mafia issue.
I am talking about the sand mafia. I am talking about the sand mafia. Sand mafia. And now I will prove, Mr. Siddique, 1 minute. Now I want to read out an investigative report. I'll play and broadcast on Times Now. Mr. Siddique, आप टीवी देखिए 2 मिनट के लिए. For 2 minutes, here is our report. No, but okay, we'll get you the audio, we'll get you a TV. Let the viewers see what the reality is about the sand mafia, that the Samajwadi Party's Mr. Siddique says there's no sand mafia. Here's the truth.
This honest officer was victimized for standing up to the sand mafia. Durga Shakti Nagpal was cracking down on the illegal mining in Noida. Even as Durga remains suspended, Times Now exposes the rampant sand mining in the region. This is the village of Asgarpur, adjoining Noida. A few kilometers from the Delhi-Uttar Pradesh highway. As we move along from Sector 94 Noida towards the village, we see rows of trucks lined along the Yamuna riverbed as mining continues unabated. Trucks are loaded with sand mined from the riverbed and moved unchecked towards other towns in Uttar Pradesh and even Delhi.
Operating late into the night, several of these trucks can be seen moving from the riverbed towards the main highway connecting Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. During the course of the Times Now investigations in Noida and Greater Noida, we also found several of these goons of the sand mafia carrying dangerous weapons, and for obvious reasons we could not videograph them.
The construction boom in and around Noida has led to a huge demand for sand, thus allowing the sand mafia to go about their illegal activities unabated.
In the course of 7 days, Durga Shakti Nagpal was able to seize 28 trucks and at least 3 earth movers. Most importantly, 27 men were as well arrested. Her move dealt a strong blow to the nexus between the politicians and the illegal mining mafia operating in Noida and Greater Noida. In Noida, this is Aditya Raj Kaul for Times Now.
This was Asgarpur in near Noida. ये रिपोर्ट असगरपुर की थी, आज की रिपोर्ट है. क्या हम भी झूठ बोल रहे हैं? सिद्दीकी जी?
I am not commenting on this.
Why aren't you commenting?
I am just talking about.
Why aren't you commenting?
Suspension.
Why aren't you commenting?
की जो बात है.
Why aren't you commenting? I've showed you the reality. Why aren't you commenting?
This is all.
This is what?
No.
What no?
What we are talking, the suspension. No. Let's come on this suspension.
No, you want to talk about only the suspension because you feel you've got some argument there. By the way, Ram Jethmalani is on the phone line. Mr. Jethmalani, I'm told that you want to take Durga Shakti's case free of cost.
Look, what I have said is my response to your appeal that Durga is not alone. Tell her that I am a senior lawyer in the country, I am a member of parliament, and I am on her side, and my services are available to her free. I believe that she is an honest officer. I believe that the UP government consists of what shall I say? They are the accomplices of mafia, and I regret that the central government is doing nothing, and this Prime Minister, as usual, maintains what I call is criminal silence.
Absolutely.
This has got to be combated. and I will do my best in favor of Durga and see to it that she gets justice ultimately from society and the courts.
Mr. Ram Jethmalani, thank you for joining us, and I think that's a great gesture, but I hope she can take it up. Thank you very much indeed. Now I'd like to welcome Rita Bahuguna Joshi. I know you want to come back to the debate in just a minute, but R Raghunandan, advisor of the Accountability Initiative of the Centre for Policy Research, is joining us on the debate this evening. Mr. Raghunandan, what are the big issues which are now emerging from the Durga Shakti case, and do you think that the central government can afford to be silent for much longer and do nothing?
Well, there are really two big issues that are emerging, and this is actually symptomatic of a big worsening trend. See, what is happening is that, number one, political parties are getting polarized and honest officers can get hurt in the crossfire, and that is something that you're seeing now. The second point is the nexus of business interests and political interests into vicious mafias. There's a situation of hyper-corruption that's happening. Now, it's extremely dangerous for a single officer to take on these organized gangs. And the sad part is that the administration is not actually, well, here we are seeing an exception here where the administration has actually rallied around her. But there have been countless instances in the past where single officers have had to face the music alone. You see, the whole problem is that honesty is an individual sport like golf, whereas corruption is a team sport like football. So people network very closely in corrupt mafias and they can hunt down single officers. So I think this is an inflection point if the bureaucracy begins to put a little bit of aggression into honesty. My own experience has been that honest officers are very honest, but they also tend to be very meek and they don't network, they don't support each other. And I hope that this is an instance where...
She's a young officer, Mr. Raghunandan.
Because it's very, very clear.
I think it's the Congress party which has to come in. As my question goes once again to Rita Bahuguna Joshi, the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. Don't throw the ball back.
Let me say to whatever Naved and you have said, that for the past 10 years, especially 10 years I am saying specifically, the mining mafia has been ruling the roost in UP. Whether it was the BSP government or the SP government. And it's not only mining of the sand, it's also quarrying of stones. It's going on as a big business. There is a huge nexus between the managers of the government. The bureaucrats are also part of it.
But if you know
since this girl had stood up strongly, she has become a catalyst of a debate and she's trying to pull the attention. She has pulled the attention of the entire nation.
No, she's not trying to pull the attention. She's only trying to do her job. She's only trying to do her job, but why doesn't the rest of the...
The bureaucrats in UP have also been a part of this nexus. So it's good that at least one has stood up. And now a lot of thinking should go into it and it should be busted.
Miss Joshi, all these are general comments. I'm sorry, Miss Joshi.
Every Indian is
Miss Joshi, I have great respect for you, but you also know that you are making general comments. And we have asked you the question 50 times. And the person who has the power...
What is general? I told you specifically, I'm for the party.
The Prime Minister has to write 2 lines tonight. He has to write a 2-line letter. I am revoking the suspension of this officer. As per the IAS rules, he can do that.
The DOPT has taken cognizance. It has asked for a report, and I think you should give them time.
No, when will it happen? When will the DOPT report come?
This you have to ask the minister, because I'm
no, but the minister is the Prime Minister.
So I'm putting
I can't ask the Prime Minister.
I can't speak.
I am asking the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister is in charge of DOPT.
No, you're asking the wrong. No, you're directing the question to the wrong person. It's the DOPT which has to answer.
But the DOPT minister is the Prime Minister.
Of the DOPT is the minister of the DOPT.
Who is the DOPT?
State minister. He must.
No, this is passing the buck. You see, the situation is much more grave than that. Meenakshi Lekhi, your response to what I think the repeated parrying of my question here by Rita Bahuguna Joshi. Mr. Meenakshi Lekhi.
See, the SP and the Congress are two sides of the same coin so far as running of the government is concerned. They need them in the center, so center supports them in the state. And they would do nothing which disturbs the equilibrium. And in this particular case, we will see that some people will speak different language, the others in the government will speak a different language. So that is the policy of the Congress party. So under UPA they speak one language, and as Congress they speak another language. Make the right noises. It's your choice which way you want to hear or you want to pick up. So speaking in folk tongue on every issue, be it Batla House, be it this case, everywhere, as a strategy they do this. And I think it's time the media and the people start understanding and expose this. Because there has to be one line of the party. There cannot be 20 lines of the party. And if somebody speaks out of the line, has to say that this person is speaking out of the line.
I am not a spokesperson for the government, I am a spokesperson for the party. You understand this? You are such an educated person.
No, I'm sorry.
How can any party spokesperson speak for the government? I've been listening to this, double speak. No. This is the right way. The party can never speak for the government. How can I speak for the government? The government is a separate
sorry,
body.
so you can have
I'm a political party.
You can have
I find it very interesting.
But the same person,
so you disagree with the government?
He hardly criminalizes the politics in this country.
No.
And you are the best. You could be the best second side of the coin to Samajwadi. Because it suits both of you.
You are the one who
it suits both of you to talk in communal terms. It doesn't suit Congress to talk in communal terms, please. It's always you who talks about it. So I can never be a part of that.
You are supporting a communal person.
For vote,
you are supporting a communal
for electoral
gain, and you are supporting such a party.
For electoral
you
gain,
need their support for FDI.
You two are the two sides of the same coin.
Well,
so please don't say that.
You know, I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten the murder of IPS officer Ziaul Haq. I have not forgotten that case, and neither has the whole country. And I'm telling you this, Mr. Siddique, you should ask your conscience today, who killed Ziaul Haq? You should ask your conscience today, which mafia is being supported by which political party to persecute a 29-year-old officer. And Mr. Siddique, don't mind, I'll tell you this. You have to be very weak.
No, the CBI.
Very cowardly. You have to be very weak and very cowardly to take on a 28-year-old honest officer. You know, it just shows a lot of weakness.
You are pointing. I know you are pointing to which person, but the person
which person?
You are pointing out has got the clean chit from the CBI.
Wonderful. How do you know?
And
how do you know? The CBI called you? The CBI called you?
No.
The CBI dutifully called you and confirmed that Raja Bhaiya got a clean chit? How do you have inside information of the CBI? Now, how do you have inside information of the CBI? Well, what is this? Please tell me, how do you know? How do you know he got a clean chit? That means you were informed in advance. It's part of your deal. Raja Bhaiya gets a clean chit. Raja Bhaiya gets a clean chit and the centre does not act. Raja Bhaiya gets a clean chit and in turn the centre does not act. Raja Bhaiya gets a clean chit, in turn the centre does not act against Durga Shakti. This is the irony of our times.
No.
Mr. Siddique, you've been completely exposed on this. Completely exposed on this.
No.
So I'm telling you, completely exposed. You have been completely, I'm sorry to say, completely exposed on this.
We are not exposed. I just want to say...
I want to get back to Anupam Kher tonight.
is doing a great thing.
No, sir, you're not doing a great thing. Don't give yourself a certificate on television tonight.
Anupam Kher. We are doing.
Sir, you have the implicit protection of the centre tonight. But at one point of time, even the centre will realize that it is futile to protect you when you are encouraging the mafia in the way that you are. Anupam Kher, closing comments. Anupam Kher, TSR Subramaniam. Let's get you back into the debate. Yes, Anupam Kher, anything you'd like to say to the Congress or to the SP tonight?
Arnab, I think it's pathetic that they only think about themselves. Nobody is thinking about the country, which is the saddest part of it. I heard Ms. Bahuguna talking about it, that this is the process. It's like going to a government hospital or a municipal corporation or an electricity bill. When they don't want to do their work, they want to say, go to this officer, go to that window, go to this person, first get this clearance. But if they want to do their work, it will happen within like this. The point is, they are all playing safe. It's as simple as that. Because they are
but they are testing the patience. No, they are testing people's patience, aren't they?
They will ruin this. They will ruin any fabric of honesty of this country. They will ruin it completely.
Well, if it is...
Because this greed of power is so powerful that they will not think about what are the moral values, what makes Indians proud of their values.
I think if today the center were to say that for backing an honest officer we are willing to lose the support of the Mulayam Singh Yadav government, and if the center were to say that if required let the government fall but we will not compromise, we will not let the mafia rule over or intimidate a young officer, a lot of people would stand up and actually say that is genuinely good politics. But tonight, unfortunately, the whole system has come together against this young girl. TSR Subramaniam, closing thoughts from you.
Arnab, I think Mehta said it's an inflection point. I do hope it is an inflection point. It's a huge system problem. What the Durga case has brought out is that politics is now very big business. Vora in 1993 talked of the politician, mafia, bureaucrat nexus. We are seeing that coming to fruition. It is now, so now the system problem has to be addressed. If it is not addressed, we are going to be in serious. Hopefully, if the bureaucracy, if the government doesn't address, sadly we have to depend on the judiciary to come and address it.
Yes.
We need transparency in management of the cadres. These are not private servants. These are not domestic servants. These are public servants responsible to the people. We want transparency in postings, transfers, departmental actions, and tenures. And Article 31 and Article 14, I think if the government doesn't do it,
absolutely,
somebody else will do it.
Well, I really have been extending this debate. I see more and more hands raised out there. Meenakshi Lekhi, before I come to you, I want one last question to... Yes, okay, Mr. Raghunandan, 2 minutes more. Raghunandan ji, go ahead.
Yeah, Arnab, just one point I want to add to Mr. TSR Subramaniam's suggestions, that I also think that the bureaucracy should rally behind this girl. It has not happened in the past. That is beginning to happen. And I think that kind of almost, if I may say so, a revolt in the ranks, I think will put a lot of sense into politicians' heads.
Absolutely.
I think the bureaucracy should now show
Mr.
that
Siddique,
they are not pushovers.
Mr. Siddique, one more question.
Yes.
Mr. Siddique, when will your government file a case against Shivpal Yadav? Shivpal Yadav, I think is Mulayam Singh Yadav's brother. When will your government, Mr. Siddique, file a criminal case against Shivpal Yadav? Because Shivpal Yadav said something. 1 minute, let me complete why they should file a case. Because Shivpal Yadav said after the demolition of a wall, there was a riot-like situation in the state, now in the village. Now it has been proven that there was no riot-like situation. Hence, it is proven that Shivpal Yadav was making up facts which are very dangerous to the communal harmony of the state and to that area. Therefore, logically, if such a factually wrong comment is being made, Meenakshi Lekhi, don't you think action should be taken against Shivpal Yadav first for spreading lies?
That's what I'm saying.
He said.
Exactly what I was
No, sir. Meenakshi Lekhi, what do you think?
Making false statement and provoking people into indulging in such riot-like situation. So there can be a case of peace. Breach of peace is a small offence, but a larger offence will be spoiling the communal harmony of a particular area.
ये तो बहुत बड़ा केस है.
Should be framed against.
ये तो बहुत बड़ा केस है.
And not only this, I was saying the cabinets can come and go, but bureaucracy stays on forever. You can't play this kind of game with them.
नहीं, तो क्या आजकल ऐसा है कि मुख्यमंत्री के परिवार को खुली छूट है, कुछ भी कहे, कुछ भी करे? Have you given a free rein to the chief minister and his family that they can say and do what they want, Mr. Siddique?
चीफ मिनिस्टर को क्लियर मैंडेट हमारी स्टेट ने दिया है, यूपी ने दिया है.
या कुछ भी करे, खुली छूट है. और कह दीजिए कि कॉम्युनल सिचुएशन है जहां पे नहीं है.
ही इज डूइंग गुड.
शिवपाल यादव ने जो कहा है.
व्हाई आर यू नॉट? आप शिवपाल जी की बात देख रहे हैं.
मैं शिवपाल जी की बात पे आप जवाब ही नहीं दे रहे शिवपाल जी की बात.
मैं जवाब दे तो रहा हूँ क्योंकि एलआईयू की रिपोर्ट के बेसिस पे उन्होंने ये बात कही है.
किसके रिपोर्ट पे
जो आई है उसी पे हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने, हमारी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने उसी के ऊपर एक्शन लिया है.
डीएम की रिपोर्ट है, एसडीएम की रिपोर्ट है. आपको मैन्युफैक्चर दूसरी रिपोर्ट के बारे में आप कुछ और, आप कल तो कुछ भी एविडेंस क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. आपके पास सरकार है.
नहीं वो
अभी जो आपको बताया गया जो फैक्ट्स हैं वो ये फैक्ट्स हैं।
Well, I don't know.
इस बेसिस पे ये सस्पेंड हुआ है और इसके ऊपर अब राजनीति नहीं होनी चाहिए। इस मुद्दे को यही बंद कर देना चाहिए।
मुद्दा तब बंद होगा, मुद्दा तब बंद होगा। सुधींद्र भदौरिया कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, मुद्दा तब बंद होगा जब आप माफी मांगेंगे, रीइंस्टेट करेंगे और जब आप कहेंगे कि जिस तरह से हमने गलती की और कभी हम नहीं करेंगे इस तरह से गलती, और झूठ नहीं बोलेंगे और कम्युनल सिचुएशन क्रिएट नहीं करेंगे। सुधींद्र भदौरिया जी कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आपसे।
ये बचाया गया है, इंडिया अभी किस दौर से गुजरता आपको मालूम नहीं है।
They are trying to unnecessarily raise this bogey of communalism. There is peace and harmony in that region. You have gone to the village, you have talked to a lot of people, your cameramen have gone and taken pictures, lot of electronic media. So please, for heaven's sake, don't communalize Uttar Pradesh. Let people of UP live in peace and
absolutely
law and order, which you have completely failed.
We are not communalizing, Mr. Bhadoria. We are not communalizing, but we have saved the.
Okay.
If at all there is any unauthorized construction, that should be taken off anyways.
I will not, and today Mr. Siddique says ये मुद्दे को छोड़ देना चाहिए। सिद्दीकी जी, ये मुद्दा हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे। ये मुद्दा हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे। ये मुद्दा हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे।
सस्पेंशन एंड प्रमोशन।
सिद्दीकी जी, इस मुद्दे को हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे। We will not leave this issue. We will not leave it. Thank you for joining me. We will not leave it, Mr. Siddique. You want us to leave it? We will not leave it. Thank you for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.